So today we are going to learn about the Amazon EC2. So if you don't know the EC2, EC2 is like a virtual machine which you can use to create things. You can deploy applications. So and also you can learn using EC2 instance. So if you know if you are a person who want to learn something using a different kind of OS, then this is the best thing you can create, and you can configure things. So there are so many things in the AWS EC2 as virtual machine. There are different kind of OS are available, and these can be configured. So to create this one, open the Google and search for the AWS console, and you need to have one account to create this one. If you don't have the account, then you need to create using your email address. It will ask you to add address, and the you need a credit card which will be used to pay as you go. So if you're a first time user, you have to add the credit card, and they will charge 2 rupees, which will be given back to you. So to log in, you use your email address. So I'm using here my email address which I have added, and then click on next. So it's a security check. You have to add the characters which you see on the screen. So once you add this, you have to click on submit, and then it will ask for the password. Click on sign in. So we have logged in as a root user. Now click on services. Click on EC2. So here you can see that this is the EC2 dashboard, where you can see things if they are running or not. So you see there are nothing running, but you see two security groups are there, which we can discuss later while creating. So first, create instance. Click to launch. Then you see a different kind of instance available to create. These are all the templates one, and you see here Amazon Linux is there, Mac OS there, then Red Hat Linux, then SUSE Linux, Ubuntu, Microsoft Windows, Deep Learning AMI, and Debian. So there are so many things. So if you are a first time user, or you don't want to spend much, just click or go for free tier only, and create which VM you want to create. So I'll go with the Red Hat, and so this is the free tier. I'll go with this one. So this is the thing where you can add so many things about the instance. So if you want to add network, subnet, the identity access management things here, or you want to assign something to this VM, these all can be done here. And you can change the behavior of the VM, like shutdown behavior. If you click on shutdown, what happens? Should it stop, or should it terminate? So you have to be really careful. If you choose terminate, it will simply delete this VM. If you click that one, and here you can choose the file system. I'm going with the default one, so I'm not changing the file system. And the next is storage. So how much space you want to give this to VM. So default is the 10 GB. I'll add 20 GB. And if you want to encrypt this one, you can. I'm leaving this as non-encrypt. Then I go to tagging. So this is really required things. If you have multiple instance for same OS or different OS, it will be easy for you to identify which VM is and what is the use of this one. So I'd say key as name, and then you have to define some kind of value, so that it will be easy for you to identify. So this is Red Hat, so I would say Archel web server. And the next part is security group. So here you can add the different kind of ports which will be used for this VM. You can use the default one or you can create new one. So if you see, I have two groups, one is default and the other one which I have created during the last practice. So I would create a new one so that you can understand what kind of things we can do as part of new security groups creation. So I'll give a name here. So I'm giving this name, so that give some name which can be identified later. And you can copy the description, paste here, and you can add different ports. So I'm creating a web server, so I'm adding port number 443 and port number 80 as part of this VM, which I will use later. So these are the ports, and you can add description for this port. Is up to you want to add or not. So I'm adding here port number 22, so SSH port. Then we have 443, which is SSL port as a secured port. So I have port number 80. So I have added something wrong, but you can change it later. So this instance is security group is open to world, because you have simply created port, but you haven't securely configured. So that can be at later. And here you need to add keys which will be used to connect with the VM. So it's always good to create key and give some easy name which can be which can be used to remember the VM. So this is Archel web server, so I would give a name which can be easily remembered. So I'll say Archel web server keys, and then it says you have to download the keys before you will continue and store in a secure and accessible location. You won't be able to download the file again once it is created. So it is always good to download the keys once it is created and secure in a place where only you or the authorized people have access. So once done, click on launch instance. So once you click on launch instance, it will be it will initialize the VM and you will be able to use it. So if you see it, this is the state where it's still pending. If it is pending, you can't use it, you can't connect it, so you have to wait on this part. So it's now running. So let's understand more on this. So this is the tagging, where I can see that this is the Archel web server. So it's always good to have a tagging for the VM. Now understand more about this. So click on instance ID. So these are the public DNS and the public DNS IP address, and this is more about the VM. It's a Red Hat OS version 8. These are the security groups which we have created, and this is again networking part. You can see the public DNS4 which can be used to connect with this VM. And then we go to storage part. This is what we have created, is 20 GB, and this is the stress check, and here is the mounting part. So we haven't added much on this, but these are the default things provided by Amazon on the mounting part for this VM. So it's good that you can see things here as part of monitoring. Now next is tagging, where you can manage it, you can delete it, and you can create new tagging. Now we should know how to connect this VM. So you can see that this connect button is still grayed out, so you just click on refresh. You can go back and check what's the status of instance. So if you see, this is running, but it's still in the initialized status. So just wait for this to happen, and once it is in connect mode, you can go and connect. So just wait for some time, and okay, so it's in connect mode. Just click on this one. See, it's still initializing, but once it is in connect mode you can connect. So just click on connect. uh, you will need a one username, so you can see that EC2 username is there, which you can change it, but it's up to you. I'll use the default one. So I'll go to the SSH part one, where I can see the command which I will use. These are the key name and the EC2 username at the rate the DNS name. So I will copy this command and I'll go to the Windows command mode, because I'm using Windows. You can go to Linux. So you open the command mode and click here. Now the keys are in the default folder, which is the download folder. uh, you can see the keys are here. The option is you can move the key to the current directory, or you yourself move into that one. So I'll move into that directory, and then I'll check if keys are there. I can see the name of key, and then I'll try to connect. So I'm into download folder and I'm trying to check. Okay, keys are here, and then I'll copy this. I'll paste the command which I have copied from the AWS console. I'll remove the extra characters, and so the command is SSH, and the key and the user at the rate host. So you can give the absolute path if you don't want to move into the download folder. And so I'm ready with the command, and I'll just press the enter key to connect. So it asks me for yes. I would say yes to connect. And this is the output once you press the enter button. So this is how you create a virtual machine using AWS, and this is how you connect. And if you like the video, just click the like button, and thank you so much for watching this video.